Hey y'all, this Battle Means by Omari back at you with another video. Alright, so I was sitting to myself wondering after I watched the last episode of Daima, and I was like, so Daima's pretty good, and it really is a huge step up from Dragon Ball Super, and it just has me wondering who's actually responsible for how garbage Super is. And it just boggles my mind at how much better Daima is, as far as the writing, as far as the direction, the characteristics of the characters. I'm not even gonna mention the art because it's obvious why the art is better. Nakatsuru coming back, so I'm not even gonna mention that. But it just seems like a whole different soul is writing Dragon Ball Daima. A whole different level of passion that was incredibly lacking in Super. So it makes me think who's actually responsible for Super. And we all know Toriyama was heavily involved with Daima. And we all know Toriyama really loved GT. I mean, he voiced how much he loved it and, the passion that went into GT. Not saying that GT's perfect, but, he definitely expressed how much he loved it. And you can tell he was heavily inspired by it because, he did the first arc. So turning Goku into a child could have been Toriyama's idea for Dragon Ball GT because he assisted with the first arc. It's never really specified whose idea it was, whether it was his or Nakatsuru. But yeah, I don't even have to mention why the art is better because Nakatsuru came back for Daima. And, he did GT. He was the director of GT, and he designed Super Saiyan 4. But it just seems like a whole different soul is involved. So we all know Toriyama and Toyotaro did Dragon Ball Super, and Toyotaro had a heavy input on Dragon Ball Super. So it's like, is Toyotaro really the one to blame for Dragon Ball Super? Not so much Toriyama? I mean, we know Toriyama may have helped with the notes and things like that, but I really don't believe Toriyama was heavily involved in Super. I don't think he was. I believe that he did most of the notes. He did a lot of the notes and he helped with the designs of the characters. But I don't think, as far as the plot went, he really did much. I believe Toyotaro was really the lead on Dragon Ball Super. And it just boggles my mind because Toyotaro did Dragon Ball AF before he got on board to do Super, which was a continuation of GT, and AF was pretty good. So it's just really strange to me how he can go from AF to Dragon Ball Super. It just doesn't seem, something doesn't add up on how terrible Super is. I don't think it's Toriyama's fault anymore. Because Daima is really putting a beautiful light on Toriyama's his legacy. This is like the perfect way to end his legacy is with Daima. Not end it, but Daima's really up there, and it just seems so bizarre that it's so much better than Dragon Ball Super. I mean, it's not saying much. Super is the worst. Possibly the worst anime in anime history. That's how bad Super is. I mean, it's a disgrace to Dragon Ball. But is it really Toriyama's fault or is it Toyotaro's fault? Because it doesn't look like Toy or Shueisha has any interest in continuing Dragon Ball Super. That's what it's looking like. It looks like they have no interest to continue that series. And I don't blame them. I really don't blame them. Especially ending in such a terrible way to have Frieza come back and one-shot Goku and Vegeta in their strongest forms. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Like, how do you even continue from there? How do you even continue putting Frieza above everybody else once again? So it's like, whose idea was that? I don't think that was Toriyama's idea. I fully believe that Toyotaro is really the one to blame for Super. And Daima is proving that. So And Toyotaro's not involved with Daima. Yet it's beautiful. So it's like, I don't know, man. What do y'all think? Who's really to blame for Dragon Ball Super? Let me know in the comment sections. I'll see you on the next video.